Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
All right, welcome back everybody. Today we have Stefan here to show us some movements on how to get started with your day with some great workouts. So why is core strength so important to you?
Well, core strength's there's a lot of importance between core strength because you use your core all day long. Whether
Yes,
you're
sir.
getting up, sitting down, you're always using your core to bring yourself up. So it's important to focus on that. What we're going to do right now is we're going to stretch some basic stretches, okay? So what I like to do in the morning, and every one of you guys can join us right now if you want to, is going into a straight position like this, keeping your legs very straight, not bending them, and going down and doing the toe touch. Very basic. Everyone did it in PE. We're going to do it now holding 10.
That's right, that's right.
See? So here you go, touching your toes without bending them. If you have to, it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now everything we do, we want to kind of do a 10 count because I think that that's the most universal amount of time that you need to do a stretch.
Exactly.
After this toe touch, I suggest that we go into the forward lunge. This has always helped me in my morning, and I think it'll help you guys as well. So here we're going with our right leg forward, and you're leaning into that pelvic area, pushing on your quads, feeling your hamstrings stretch, holding 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're coming back up, taking a little bit of a breather. All right, that's important. Your breathing is very important in each one of these stretches because that's also part of your core.
Exactly.
As your lungs expand, it brings the abdominal muscles out and in. The contraction is important, so you want to always do that.
And I want to mention last week I did some of these workouts too, and I like to just keep my core nice and tight, and then if you're lunging, I like to keep my hands up forward because it's good for your balance also.
I agree with her, so this is what we're doing, going into the other leg, holding your arms forward, and holding the 10 count, stretching it. You want to feel
Get
that
a little
stretch.
wobbly there.
A little wobbly, yeah. Normally we do it with our shoes off, but today we're doing it with style.
Right.
So here we go,
I
holding
took my heels
10.
off just for you.
Come
Stefan.
on.
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now back up. As I rest and stand in this position, I like to do the turn your trunk, and that's usually a 10 count as well, but we can just kind of, you know,
Loosens
think 10
the
seconds,
muscles.
loosens the muscles,
We
gets
have
the
our
blood
beautiful
flowing.
senior producer even participating
Come on.
with us in the studio right now.
Everybody.
Yes.
We encourage everybody to do this. This is very simple. This is a common practice that when you get out of bed, it really helps the juices flowing. It gets your Monday started, your Tuesday started. Do it 5 days a week.
And I just heard our control room is also participating, so you're doing a great job, Stefan.
There we go,
Thank you.
there we go. Now, our next exercise is a very common push-up. We're going to go down into the push-up position.
Okay.
And I encourage each and every one of you guys to do the modified push-up if you're not capable of doing the standard push-up, which is going down into this position. I'll give you an example because I know that a lot of people do have trouble with the push-up. So you want to cross your legs on your knees, correct?
Right. And let me just mention also, I have knee problems sometimes, so you can always put kind of like a cushion also to kind of help your knees, right?
So that makes sense. You want to put a cushion, whatever makes you feel comfortable, because we want to encourage you to keep doing these workouts.
Exactly.
It's getting the uncomfortable comfortable. So as we go down, we're going to do a 10 count. I'm going to do a regular standard, okay? Horizontal, straight.
Okay.
We're going to do 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now we're going to go into our rest position, but if you need to rest, I encourage you to rest. But if you want to push yourself, we want to go into the plank.
Let's do it.
So now this is a very, very intense core strengthening
One
process.
of my favorites.
Okay, so going into the plank, lifting your torso, your hips, and your legs off the mat, putting all your weight on your elbows. And let me tell you something, I'm an active athlete and I'm struggling with this.
Right, that's exactly what happened to me and Clarissa last week. And honestly, that gives you kind of a sign that you're doing it right.
That's correct.
And if you're shaky a little bit, that's a good sign.
You typically want to breathe through this too. You want to have a breathing pattern that keeps a little bit of that stress, but also tightening your core. You want to be tense everywhere, from your toes to your arms. And then what I want to encourage you guys to do is hold it for 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
But
Woo!
if you can't hold it for 60 seconds, I encourage you to do it as long as you can. because every step is a step ahead. You have to keep going and you have to push yourself.
Great.
All right, so now after holding plank, I want to encourage you guys to kind of come up into the knee position, and I want you to go into the rock back to kind of open those abs up. So you're going to be on your knees with your, you feel that?
Yeah, it feels
And you want
good
to
on
kind
my-
of go real far back using your hands and pushing your belly button out into the space.
Can you squeeze your back?
That's correct. Maybe not with a tucked in shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
But you want to hold that position, opening
Okay.
up those abdominals.
There you go. Keep
Feeling
that
it.
core nice and tight, right?
There you go, keeping the core nice and tight. You can feel your quads after doing your lunges. And now coming back, and we're going to go into what we like to call the cobra pose.
Like your style.
And so this also does the stretch in a whole different way in your pelvic region, in your abs, in your pectorals, pushing up, getting that nice bend in the back muscles. Woo!
You
Telling
can
you right now,
also
I'm
do
sweating.
some ocean breathing, which is something that's regularly used in yoga.
There you go.
And you just in through your nose, out through your mouth. There you go. Wonderful.
And you can put your favorite music on, whether
Yeah.
it's hip hop or classical,
Anything.
whatever makes your jive go, right?
That sounds great, Stefan. I'm going to
Absolutely.
give you a high five. Great job, great job. And we got our fitness on for the day, but let's talk some fashion. What do you think about that?
I love that because you know I'm a big fan of Tom Ford and Karl Lagerfeld.
That is right. I am too. We're talking men's fashion. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Coastal Living.